It took forever to start walking.
That's why.
About a year, after a year, actually. Right, I know. That's how I feel. You see your kids? No, I'm not working for the
I know she at work. I ain't talked to her yet. You know, I'm about to she didn't tell me she was okay. She told me she was in the hospital.
Long ago, huh?
I thought it was the you know I'm getting older. I can't Hey, Wine.
Yes.
Hey, come here, Wine.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's all right. Thank you so much for this.
Cause you know we used to go out there with We should mention that. Ask that. Is that okay?
Yeah, she's supposed to be. All right. She jumped right on.
And that little cake was good. Where are them grapes?
I ain't big on grapes, but I want to say grapes. I know it was. But I don't know what it was. She just did your first Wait, did he call? I know he knows, right?
Who you telling for him to say happy birthday,
She was like, please don't let him like go, please, please.
If you let him, he's got to have your proof. Your proof. Phone. Just go down there and ask for help. Tell people that's going to that admission, all right? But he has to have your proof.
Yeah, for a moment.
Okay. All right. I got it. Good. That was
Pastor got me up here, enemy territory.
my brother.
I feel.
Ain't he all right?
Hey, all right. Hey.
Hey, all right.
I've been up there around all these people.
That's how we talk about when they saw that money thing, they were like, that kind of changed. No. It hit them like, they planted in the all right. I'll tell Pastor that too.
The easiest way is the best way to apply. You don't do it.
I know that's my brother. I'm good with that. I'm good with it. Like he said, do it until they get there. Whoever comes first, learning to appreciate y'all. Appreciate you.
Instead of calling it perfect, just give them a gift.
You know what? That's hot. Why?
What it is, when your family loves you. All right. I got you. Who are you?
You know about a congregation starting in How you doing, brother? Austin, name? Austin. Austin, nice to meet you, man. You from here?
Yeah, I live in Troy.
You live in Troy?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Great, man. Great.
Well, I'm,
You just got here?
I'm moving to Warren, actually.
Really? How long you been in
Well, I've been
I'm coming down. I'm also come.
I've been traveling around.
Okay.
Started out going to meeting.
I bet he won't.
Take my number, brother. Oh, I'm sorry. Take my number, man.
See, y'all know I was dating.
I was watching on YouTube. I just came down to ask about
Shoot me a text, man. No, I'm in Chesapeake. You thinking south. I'm back. East. You know what I mean? You don't know where you said you're in Warren, right? You're in Warren. I'm not far. Yeah, I'm not far. Porter Street, Lakeside Mall. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's my.
I'm just thinking of 3 months.
Oh no, I didn't have that number man for years. I just have to
Right. The baby's out of the system. Well, it was good to see you. Tell your mother.
Not eights. Saints can eat some.
Ain't nothing. Do it. It's my brother right here, Corey. Yes, sir. All right, let me get her to her mouth, man. I know, you see I'm over this.
Hallelujah.
I don't do waterfalls.
Right, oh, man. A lot of this that I was going to go, you can see I was really messed up. I was really going to style on it. Wow. All right, man, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. See, we had a way to go. We'll stop all the questions in between. We'll hold it right there. All right, hey, I do appreciate very much so. More so, are y'all cold or something? Or hot? Y'all hot? Oh, okay. Well, you know, I'm just sweating. Anyway, hey, this session right here, we're going to open it up for questions. You can ask any question you want. That doesn't mean I have an answer. I'm not the question answer man. I only give you what I know, what I don't know, I won't answer. Is that fair? Fair enough. All right. So if anybody have a question about anything, go ahead, my brother. Pertaining to the Sabbath, he says. Yes. Uh-huh.
I also believe Scripture says, the Father says that we are not do our own pleasure.
Yes.
In this question I'm asking, I have two sons.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And then I'm trying to teach them the way of the life.
Yes.
Wrong to me. I'm not saying
By allowing them or not allowing them? By not allowing them to play football? You're doing right. You're doing right by not allowing them to play football when yourself. You're the head of the house and you're a husband, right? All right, if you choose to obey the laws, statutes, commandments, the rules, and guidelines, and if you choose to put, they're under your authority. They're your children. If they don't understand it, let them cry about it later. As long as they're on their roof, they'll abide by your rules and your guidelines. So you're perfectly right. You're straight, you're right in God's order by not allowing them to go out there and defame the Sabbath. Because the Most High God will be questioning you. Tell them the truth. And many of y'all made a statement about feelings. I keep hearing this over and over again. This is not a feeling thing. This is about the truth. Our feelings mislead us. You understand what I mean? You feel something, what you're probably saying, you're convicted about certain things. But let your convictions be that of what the word says. Man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. We can believe something, and we can be sincere, but you heard the old statement, you can be what? Sincerely wrong. Is that right? Good? Yes, sir.
So what would be the retribution that he allowed his son to play on Saturday night?
Okay, the retribution, see, this is what's going on today. There used to be a time that when you broke Yah's commandment, he was so much involved in the patriarch's life. You follow me? That if a man went out and picked up sticks on the Sabbath day, he would kill him. Literally kill him. Now, what he ends up saying is because a sentence against the evil work is not executed expediently, therefore it's fully set in the heart of man to do evil or to do wicked. So what happens is today, we think that we're getting by because we're not dying flat and fast. But watch this. Exodus 15:26. Exodus 15:26. This is why it's good that you need to have his word, not your opinion. Remember, the Most High God didn't ask me, nor did he counsel of you when he made this whole thing. We're here to represent his word, not our opinions. Is that fair enough? And we should live by his what? Word. Is that right?
Yes.
All right, so Exodus 15:26 says, read.
And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you would diligently listen to the voice of Yahweh your Elohim, is that right? Go ahead.
And will do that which is right in his sight.
Do that which is right in whose sight?
His sight.
His sight, not your sight, not my sight, but his sight. Read on.
And will give ear to his commandments.
Give ear to his what?
Commandments.
That means listen, obey his commandments. Read on.
And keep all his statutes.
And keep them. Keep the word keep in the Hebrew means guard his statutes. Read on.
I will put none of these diseases.
Stop. See what's going on? See, before we were dying like this. Now we're sitting here living in disobedience. And now we have the same diseases and afflictions that this world has. The world got diabetes, we got diabetes. The world has leukemia, we got leukemia. The world has cancer, we get cancer. All because of disobedience by not hearkening unto the voice of Yahweh Elohim, and we're living under the curse because of that disobedience. Yeah, we'll be all right. I'm pretty safe, man. It's all right. Y'all understand it? This is a spiritual thing here. Over in Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 28, it says, in the first 15 verses, you'll be blessed if you do all this.
Yes.
The rest of the verses are preceded by curses. And a lot of those curses have to do with the affliction of your body.
Right.
Not only the affliction of your body, it has to do with the envy of your brother, one against another. It has to do with you being in captivity. Instead of being the head, being the tail. And nobody's telling us this because the word is not rightly divided. We don't have nobody that's in any of our communities. And that range from 79 years old all the way down to a couple of days old. That has any diseases whatsoever at all. Any afflictions. Nobody. In the whole, I'll tell you, all the communities. We're talking about over 175 something people. Now who can say in their churches that they can fit that? Somebody is doing something right then. Somebody doing something wrong. So my admonishment to you, or at least my reproof or my correction to you is obey Yah.
Right.
Do what he says. Because you may not see it. But if you're suffering from, what did he say?
Diseases.
Read on.
I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians. For I am Lord that hath healed thee.
You hear that? He's the Lord our God that do what? Healeth thee. Now you pray and you ask, but you ain't being healed, so what's the problem? Disobedience.
Right. Ain't doing right. Ain't living.
He said he would heal you. Does that make sense? That's why in Ephesians 6:12, Ephesians 6:12, I'll give one more verse right here. I have to answer your question. You see, this is why I'm trying to tell you over and over again, almost begging. It's hard to really truly comprehend this word if you don't live it. I'm not saying you have to be on a community or one of our communities. I'm just saying at least live it. Because when you live it, all of a sudden the words jump off the page and more revelation and understanding comes. And when it does come, next thing you know, people will start calling you. Some of you already been labeled as a cult, and you ain't even never been a straightway. All you doing is just keeping the commandments, and they're calling you every name under the sun.
They calling me crazy.
Without even mentioning us. There's something spiritual going on here. Think about that. When you was out boozing, carousing, whoremongering, all this stuff. And people that come down on you hard for that stuff. As soon as you change your lifestyle and start doing what that book says, all of a sudden it seems like all hell breaks loose.
Oh yeah, yes.
Why? Ephesians 6:12 says what?
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
So when Christ came, when he cast demons out, did he cast them out of inanimate objects or did he cast them out of people?
People.
And you sit and think you don't have no demons in you. You got plenty of them. You just don't, you kind of dress it up and pull over to the side, but you loaded. I haven't met a person, I haven't met everybody, but I haven't met a person yet that didn't have an abundant supply of demonic spirits influencing their minds and their lives. Are y'all, who's fearful of something? You got hidden fears that you really don't discuss. Don't raise your hand. But if you fearful of anything, the Bible says God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and something. Why the devil ain't got nothing in me? He don't. You ever lied before him? He said he put a lying spirit in all the mouths of the prophets. So what caused you to lie? You just chose to do it on yourself, or did a spirit influence you to lie? Does this make sense?
Yes.
This making sense? You ever hear people, they're suffering bone diseases? Literally bad. What does the Bible say? Envy is as rottenness to the what? Bones. This book is real. This book is real. We just don't see it that way because it's not preached that way. But when Christ came to heal people, the majority of the time, he wasn't having a prayer line, anointing people with oil and blowing on them and pushing them over and laying his hands on them. The majority of the time, he was commanding demonic spirits to come out of them. That's what he was doing. So you got to know when to pray, when to command. I had a woman, not even cared, the name is not even important, came to me and said, Pastor, I'm having a bad time with lust. I said, you mean whoredoms? No, I mean lust. I said, no, you mean whoredoms. I said, the reason why I know that because your mama was one and her mama was one too. Was she not? Generational curses. Generational curses. What does the commandment say? Go over to the commandments. Exodus chapter 10. What does the commandment say? Let's go back to the commandments again. You see what I mean? And I wasn't trying to be evil against her. I'm giving her the flat out truth so that she can have an opportunity to be delivered. You get it? Iniquity. Yeah, go ahead. Start the first verse.
And Yah spake all these words, saying,
What did he say?
I am Yahweh thy Elohim, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, and out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of that anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or is in the waters under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down to them thyself, to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers.
Stop. Visiting the what?
Iniquities of the fathers.
Visiting the iniquities, the crookedness of the fathers. Watch this.
Upon the children.
Upon the who?
Children.
You mean to tell me that if your fathers go out and sin, then that stuff is going to follow the generation lines? To the children, to the third and the fourth generation? What did he say? This is Yahweh, the creator universe speaking. Read on.
Until the third and fourth generations
of them that what?
That hate me.
So when your parents went out and sinned and stuff, it's because they had a hatred towards him. Whether they didn't know the commandments or not. You were diametrically opposed against. You hated him. And when you hated him with all your heart. Why? Because you love to live in righteous living and sin. But he said, he's going to visit your crookedness. The iniquities of the fathers to the children, to the third and fourth generation of them that love me. But then he turns around and says this.
And showing mercy unto the thousands of them.
That do what?
That love me.
And do what?
And keep my commandments.
There you go. You'll get mercy when you start keeping his commandments. Yes, ma'am. Oh, you got it.
Can you give clarity to John 9:14?
Turn it.
Regarding the Sabbath day.
John 9:14. Sure. Go ahead and read.
And it was the Sabbath day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes.
All right. And it was the Sabbath day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes.
Can you just keep going on?
Yeah, we'll read it in context. Keep reading.
Then again,
You can't draw too much for that.
Oh, yeah.
then again, the Pharisees also asked him how he had received his sight. He said unto them, he put clay upon my eyes, and I washed, and do see. Therefore, said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God.
Why?
Because he keepeth not the Sabbath day.
Based on who opinion?
There. Others said, how can a man that is a sinner do such miracles?
Amen. So
And there was a division among them.
there was a division among them because they, through their own opinion and their legalistic way, was set up here saying that, let me see, Jesus said, is it wrong to heal on the Sabbath day? If one of your oxen fall into the ditch, would you not pull it out? So what's wrong with me healing somebody on the Sabbath day then?
So let's go back to his question.
Go ahead.
This young man, when
He playing football on the Sabbath.
okay, but what I'm saying is that Sabbath, we can't take or add to the law,
Yes,
correct? So he healed on the Sabbath day. Now, that's why I want you to get clear. As if Jesus letting them know that I come to fulfill. So it's not done away with, but in the event that happens, let me back up a little bit. If I work, I have a job, and obey the laws of the land, that's what the Bible says, right?
No.
So, it doesn't say it exactly like I'm quoting.
We're talking about Romans 14. Go ahead.
Okay. But in the event that I play football, I'm a professional football player, and I play on the Sabbath day.
Okay.
Sabbath day, I'm wrong, but Jesus healed us on the Sabbath day. You know what I'm saying? So what is the difference? That's why I wanted you to get clarity.
Well, that's simple. Go to Exodus, Shemot 20, chapter 20, verse 8. We're going to let the Bible, we're going to pretty much go straight to the book every time you ask a question. Y'all get it? We're going to hear what the Bible has to say, right? All right. Now, mind you, we're in Shemot, Exodus chapter 20. We are in the commandments of what Yahweh, Elohim, some call him Yahweh. All right? What he said. And this is what he said concerning the Sabbath day. Read.
Remember.
Forget it.
Remember.
Do away.
Remember.
So if you remember the what?
Sabbath day.
Remember, that means don't forget. Is that right? Read on.
To keep it holy.
Keep it set apart. Keep it sanctified. Keep it holy. Read on.
6 days shalt thou labor.
So you got 6 days to do what?
Labor.
And do what?
All your work.
Work. Not enjoyment and pleasure, but all your work. Is that right?
Yep.
Because they didn't have football, NFL, baseball, basketball, hockey, and all that stuff back then. You got it? All right? Labor do all that work, but the what?
But the seventh day
Is what?
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So you mean to tell me the Most High was so gracious to give us 6 days to do whatever we needed to do, but only asked for 1 day and 7 to be dedicated to Him? Solely to Him? And not to you? I'm addressing everybody. And you mean to tell me we so self-centered, self-focused, self-absorbed, and selfish that we can't even give Him that day? When there's 7 days in a week and He only asked for 1? And I know people say, well, that's your Sabbath. Since when you become God? He the one said it. You follow me? So if He says 6 days, look here, man, I'm giving y'all 6 whole days to do whatever you do. Labor, do all your work. When it comes to the 7th day, that's my day. What do you do? Read.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy
Now wait a
maidservant,
minute. Nor thy son,
nor
nor thy son, nor thy daughter.
nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Because why?
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day.
He rested the what day?
The seventh
The
day.
first day.
Seven.
The what day?
Seven.
The first day.
Seven.
The what day?
Seven.
Sunday.
Seven.
Read.
Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day.
He did what with the Sabbath day?
Blessed it
He blessed it
and hallowed it.
and He sanctified it. He hallowed it. He respected to it. Read Matthew 12:8. Let's see what Yahshua has to say. Jesus. Jesus. In African. Jesus. Matthew 12:8. Yahshua HaMashiach said what?
For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath.
That means He's master even of the what day?
Sabbath.
You ain't gonna hear nothing about no Sunday in this book. You hear something about the first day, but it ain't changing the Sabbath. They ain't revealing it. That's why I'm asking who you going to believe. See, many of you who are natural born Israelites by the flesh, which ain't going to get you into the kingdom, you got to be born again. This, your culture been stripped from you.
That's right.
This is the way you're supposed to be living.
So what is the Sabbath day?
Sir,
So what is
the Sabbath day is a day of rest. Remember from the beginning of creation, when y'all was creating heavens and earth and animals and waters and fishes and everything, then you got to the seventh day, go to Genesis, Bereshit, chapter 2. And, you know, he's got, and even in the morning was the first day. Then he talks. Even in the morning, the second day, he talks. Even in the morning, third day. Even in the morning, fourth day. Even in the morning, fifth day. Then he gets to the seventh day. This is where all this comes from. Read. And the seventh day. And God did what? Blessed the what? Right here. And God
Oh,
blessed
Lord
the...
blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all this work which God created in me.
Y'all hear that? Now go up here right here. Read right here.
Thus the heavens and the earth were finished.
Stop. He stopped creating the heavens and the earth. They were finished. And then it read.
And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made.
Stop. Yah ended his work which he had made. Read.
And he rested on
Oh,
the
wait a
seventh
minute. You mean to tell me the creator of the universe rested on the seventh day?
Sure did.
So if he rested on the seventh day, what do you think he's going to demand of you, creation? I am the Lord thy God that formed you. Before you was even in your mother's womb, I knew you. I sanctified you. That's what God said. So if he is going to rest, what do you think he's going to demand of his creation?
Hey.
Read. You need them glasses?
Yeah,
I got some shades right here. You see, you don't get old age, man.
God blessed the seventh day.
And God did what with the seventh day?
Blessed
He
it.
cursed it.
He blessed
He
it.
cursed it.
Blessed it.
You can do whatever you want.
Blessed it.
No, he can rest, but you can do what you want.
Blessed it.
But he blessed it and he did what?
He sanctified it.
He sanctified it. Read on, go ahead, brother.
I'm going to say, is it possible that Jesus is our Sabbath rest, and once you accept
Hebrews
him
chapter 4.
as Lord and Savior, you're in Jesus, and grace covers that?
Okay.
Because we're in another dispensation, we're not in the Old Testament, we're in the dispensation that the Bible says, in him do we live and move and have our being. And I think he said on one time, when they questioned him about the Sabbath, he said that the Sabbath wasn't, man wasn't made for the Sabbath. Well, how we, but in essence, it's not about rules and regulations, it's about humanity.
You know, brother, I believe you. I remember 25 years ago, I used to preach and teach the same thing while keeping the Sabbath. Check that one out. Y'all hear me? Because Colossians 2:8 says, you beware, lest any man, write it down, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the traditions of men and after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. Y'all hear that? In other words, you beware of these philosophies and these traditions. They didn't come from Christ. You get it? So let's go to Hebrews chapter 4. What I give you, verse what? You were blinded, man. Right here. Right here, verse 6. All right? 4, 6. See, you see the reason why we take our time with these verses? Because if you take this like you're reading one of your best books or something, man, you're going to fly right past this stuff. The Bible says that you ought to meditate on this word day and night. Is that right? Shoot this thing. Meditate on it. Read on.
Seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein.
No,
And
go up some couple of verses. We got to get the context. Context. We need it, right? We need it in context, right? Go about 2 verses.
Verse 4.
Verse 4.
For he spake in a certain place, and the seventh day on the wild. And God did rest.
Oh, so wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. Hebrews, you got to be out of your mind. Book I'll read. Read that again.
For he spake in a certain place,
He spake in a certain place.
on the seventh day.
On what day?
The seventh day.
Come on.
On this wise.
On this wise.
And God did rest.
How did they know that unless they had the account of Genesis? What we just got finished reading was God said he rested himself. On what day?
The seventh day.
What day did God just say he rested?
Seventh day.
Y'all got it right? On Genesis the 2nd chapter, verse 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what he did say, right? I mean, I'm asking for a little bit of response. You know, it's courtesy, common courtesy. If I'm talking to you, man, you know, that's how you dialogue. You know, you have an exchange of flow of information from one person to another. That's what communication is. You know what I mean? Don't be rude. All right, come on, read on.
And he rested the seventh day from all his works.
So he rested the 7th day from all his what? Works. He didn't ever tell us that Jesus was our rest and we need to not do this. Obey this concretely. Come on.
And in this place again.
And in this place again. Have you ever tried to repeat something like we do with children? You got to repeat stuff twice. And then if you have to get to the third time, that's when the bell or the power come out. You can't understand this way. We want to enter the door this way to get you to understand. Come on.
If they shall enter into my rest.
If they enter into my rest. So what was his rest? He went right back to Genesis to give you the account, the proof text of what he was speaking from. Keep on.
See, therefore, it remaineth that some must enter therein.
Some of you must enter in. You know how difficult it is to try to keep this Sabbath when you ain't never did it? My wife and I, the first Sabbath we kept, we keep the Sabbath, okay, good, we're going to rest. We sit there like this and go, now what? Well, let's read the Bible. We read the Bible. You know what happens to you? That you don't know. You so used to going and coming and going and working. You gotta kill your flesh because you want to go do something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why it says it's a labor for you to enter in. Because you so used to going, these Gentiles out here, they got you going to and fro. Up and down this earth, working your fingers to the bone for that dollar. For the love of money. You do. Keep going. We'll finish this passage.
Yeah. See, therefore, it remaineth that some must enter therein.
Some must enter therein. So what is the subject talking about? The 7th day. Is that the subject?
Yep.
Come on.
And they to whom it was first preached entered not in
Because of what?
Unbelief.
They coming out of Egypt. They get these commandments. Ah, man, this stuff can't be that real. Then let me see. You can gather a portion of manna all through the week. But when it comes to the 6th day, gather a double portion because you don't need to be out gathering up more. Because you try to gather a double portion of this manna through the week, it's going to rot. That's what's going to happen to you. But on the 6th day, so you'll know that the Sabbath is right, get a double portion because you ain't going to be out there picking it up. And it didn't rot. See, there's all kinds of stuff over there that tells you the regulations, the proof test, and it's not a burden to keep the commandments. It is not, it's a joy to rest on the Sabbath.
Sure is.
And it's a happiness to rest on the Sabbath. The book says in 1 John, he that knoweth me, he that said that he know me, and keeping not my commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. That's what the book says. Did we answer?
Well, yes and no, because I'm still going with, I don't know the young man's name up in the front, and I don't want to labor on this for long because I guess we agree to disagree, and I'm still sticking with the word. But in Mark 2, and I know that a lot of the passages you're reading is the Old Testament, and the Old Testament still applies. But Jesus, no, I know, right, but the New Testament, and this is only what I'm getting, the New Testament speaks of Jesus, which is, you know, he's coming and not doing away with the law. That's where I'm not trying to go. He's not doing away with the Sabbath, but he's giving grace and mercy on the Sabbath. That's why when he, you know, healed the man, and then I'm going to Mark 2. So if you can go there too, and then bring clarity to where he said, therefore the Son of Man, a Lord also on the Sabbath. We know that he's Lord over the Sabbath until it is Sabbath.
You're talking Mark 2:27, 2:28, right? 27
and 28, but I'm just saying the entirety of it. And maybe that's why I understand what you're saying, because we're talking about Exodus under the laws of Moses and under those laws. But then when Jesus came, I think that's where people thinking, when Jesus came, wait a minute, but what I'm saying is that when Jesus came, a lot of people think because we bring this in, we're saying do away with that law. No, but in the event we're not putting emphasis on the Sabbath because Christ came. That in the event that we do not have to keep the Sabbath. Is that what this is what I'm getting from Matthew and Mark.
No, man.
Okay, that's all.
Because,
That's all.
we're gonna go to more people who have questions too, Bart, but Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, 18, and 19. Matthew chapter 5, because
I was just on Mark. Oh,
you made this statement a few times, so we're gonna answer this because you quoted it a few times. So we're gonna respectfully answer this. All right? Verse 17 and 18. Read.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Who said that?
Jesus.
Don't you think I come? See, the grace is to be able to keep this law.
That's right.
That's the grace.
That's the grace.
The mercy is being able to keep this law. You follow? Because the way of the transgression is hard. So, Jesus said, think not. That don't mean that you do like Americans do and just shut down, don't stop, just don't even think. Because some people, when they read think not, they say, okay, good, I ain't got to think no more. That ain't what it's saying. That's just the way the English is speaking. Think not means don't you even think in this way that I come to destroy the law. Read on.
All the prophets.
All the prophets.
I am not come to destroy.
But to do what?
But to fulfill.
To bring it to its fullness.
Right.
See, you've been in so many captivities, you don't even know what the book says no more. But you don't believe what them Dagon Babylonian priest says up there. You don't believe, you don't even know that a lot of things you do, you fall in the Roman Catholic Church rather than God. Papa Pope.
Wow.
Really? Read on.
For verily I say unto you.
So verily is the word truly, is that right?
Yep.
Truly I say unto you.
Till heaven and earth.
Till heaven and earth.
Pass.
Stop. Stop. I mean, I'm for real. I'm concrete. Heaven,
Still up there.
earth,
Still there.
mud,
Still there.
till heaven and earth do what?
Pass.
Pass.
One jot.
Not what?
One jot.
One jot.
Or one tittle.
Shall what?
Shall in no wise.
No wise
Pass from the law.
fail from the law. Go in. Now, you don't believe me? Go to that one. No, better yet, go outside. Look up there and see if heaven and earth is still there.
It's here.
And so Christ said, you can see that. So guess what? Whatever Moses the prophet said, not one jot or one tittle is going to fail from that law.
I was asking, what is the Sabbath? Is it Saturday? Is it Sunday? Or
No,
Friday night?
it's neither Friday night, it's neither Saturday, it's neither Sunday.
Oh, I'm so glad you answered that. I didn't.
You didn't? You know, yeah, you do. Y'all know more than what you... Listen, I give y'all actually credit more than you give yourself. Because I am confident when you read this book and you... Well, let's see. I unlearned everything that I ever learned so that I might learn Christ. That's what you need to do. Why is it that Paul did? Huh?
What's that scripture?
Pull that up, man. I ain't got that on my head yet. I'm drawing a blank now.
What is it?
But watch this. Look at this. Check this out. Look at this. We done been so far away from this thing. But then when you go, that's why we keep going back to the beginning. Genesis is the beginning, right? It says that the evening and the what? Was the first day. So it takes an evening and a morning to make up a day. So that means what you call Friday night is actually the beginning of the Sabbath. At sundown. What you call Friday night, what we all have been made to call Friday night, is actually the beginning of the Sabbath. And why would Satan have it that way? What does everybody do on Friday night? Let's go to the club, man. Let's get down. Let's go sing. Let's do our stuff. Saturday, why not trample on this law? We out doing everything we big enough to do. Shopping, ball games, parties. Think about it. Even in the morning, when you go to Genesis, read the whole first chapter, you'll see even in the morning, first day, even in the morning, second day, creating, and all in between this. And so, what we call Friday night is the beginning of the Shabbat.
Friday night when the sun goes down.
When the sun go down. The beginning of Shabbat until Saturday, what you call Saturday night. That's the start of the first day of the week. Evening, morning. Y'all got that? Anybody else? Yes, sir.
I was gonna ask, with the moon cycles and everything, how does that fall? How do we obey the Sabbath day with moon
Oh, that's a
cycles?
long question. All right, I'll tell you what. Have you ever been to my website?
No.
All right, I see, because it's going to take me a while to answer this. On my website, you ready, right? On my website, straitway.com. Write that down if you can. STRAITWAY. Straitway.com. I have like almost a 26-page newsletter on the lunar cycle. The different cycles of the moon, the Sabbath day. Man, I got it. Because think about this. If we go by what they call the cycles of the moon, are you following? Then that means, when was the moon created? The third, fourth day, right? Was it not? Over in Genesis, we got to go back to Genesis because we're going to tell us about creation way over here in Ephesus. We got to go back over here. You get it? So when was the moon created? So does that make it the Sabbath day because the moon was created on the third or fourth day? Or does it make it the seventh day because of what the Father said over in Better Sheep when he says that the seventh day is the Sabbath? So to get a good understanding, and beside that, there are only 30 days or 29.995 days in a month anyway. There's no such thing as no 31 days on a leap year. So I got an extensive newsletter at their website that will go into great detail. Have you read it? It will answer it to the T. It will answer it to the T. Go read it. Yes, sir. I'll get to you next, okay?
When you read Genesis, at least when I read Genesis, and it speaks to creation, as far as the day beginning and ending, the day wasn't complete until the morning came. So if we're starting our days in the evening, and in Genesis, that day wasn't actually complete until the morning came. How would we start our day? And that wasn't completion. The morning was complete.
Good morning. I just answered. Yeah. You got it. I agree with you 100%.
The morning made the day complete, though.
Yeah.
Finish of the morning. That's how you go into the next day.
Right, so if we're starting in the evening.
But you said morning is in daylight, right?
Morning is in daylight.
So when the daylight is over, you start a new day. You just answered.
No, in Genesis, they started when the morning came, when the day started. So that's at the start of
That
the
ain't what Genesis said.
No, that ain't what it said, bro.
It doesn't say the day is complete until the morning came.
No, this
You
is what
need
it
them
said.
both, yeah. You
Go
need
back to
them
Genesis
both.
first chapter again. No, we're going to thump this Bible. See, I'm trying to show y'all that we're not giving y'all what we think. We're giving you exactly what his word says. You can start any verse. Just pick a verse where it says evening and morning. 5,
The
11,
evening and the morning were the fifth day.
Stop. Evening
And the morning
and the morning, or the what?
were the fifth day.
That's talking about the daylight portion, because y'all should have said, are there not 12 hours in a day?
Well, before it said evening, there was work being done.
Okay, start from the very beginning. First verse.
In the beginning, Yah created the heavens and the earth. And the earth was without form and void.
And what?
And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
What was on the face of the deep?
Darkness.
Wasn't even no light. He's the only light.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water.
He moved up on the face of the water, and this is what he did.
And God said, let there be light.
Let there be light.
And there was light.
And there was what?
Light.
Read on.
And God saw the light, that it was good.
Now, what if I tell you that darkness is y'all's pavilion?
Yeah.
You scared of it, but he hides himself in it. He clothed himself in it. You should be more scared of the day than you should of night. Anyway, not to get thrown off, read.
And God divided the light from the darkness.
So what did he do? Separated the light from the darkness. Come on.
And God called the light day.
He called the light what?
Day.
And he called the what?
Then he called the darkness, he called night.
Come on.
And evening and the morning were the first day.
What was first? The evening or the morning?
Evening.
Night or day?
Night.
There you go.
That would negate all the work that was being done during the daylight portion, though.
Brother,
Working during the daylight portion before the
again, read it again.
And God called the light day.
No, start from the beginning.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form.
Without what?
Form.
And what else?
And void.
And what else?
And darkness was upon the face of the deep.
No light was on the face of the deep.
Darkness.
No sunlight.
Darkness.
No shining.
Darkness.
Bright.
Darkness.
Flashlight.
Darkness.
I mean, I'm not being really, when y'all ask these, I'm not I believe I'm not trying to be condescending or nothing. I just have to bring strong points out from what it says, because I can't speak outside of this. So, what was first? Darkness. I don't understand your argument, brother. I'll tell you what, I pass.
Every day we see darkness only came first at the beginning, which was day one. And 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 didn't begin according to the way it's written.
Anybody agree with him in here? Yeah.
I'm on with that. It got me when it says it's only 12 hours a day.
He's talking about a day portion. Yeah, daylight portion. Because remember, I'll give you ever heard of analogies? Are you following me? Let me think of one here real quick. A day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. And 1,000 years is as 1 day. You get it? So according to God's calendar, what is a day? Is this making sense?
Yeah.
What is the day? To us, it seems like a long time. If we live 70 years, man, it seems like a long time till you get there. All right? Okay, what does sister go? She tapped out. Oh,
No, I
there
just
she
tapped
is.
out yet.
Come on.
My question was about learning the way. You open up your facility in your home for people to come to see what it looks like, practically walk this walk.
Everybody to practically walk this
I
walk,
mean,
see
to
how it
walk in
goes?
practicality.
Anybody ever been to Straitway? Raise your hand. Anybody ever stayed there over a week? Raise your hand. Anybody came just to come to see how we do things and then left and went back home? Keep your hand up. So people come. So all you have to do is the number that you see behind me on YouTube. It's just call that number. Say I met Pastor Dowell at the meeting up in Troy, Michigan. My name is Sister so and so, so and so. And what I'm doing is actually getting in contact with him to set a time and a date for me to come by and visit. See, what we know, this is what we do as a community. We have dealt with humanity so much. Anybody know what humanity means? Do you know that you are something else? No, for real. Do you really know that you are something else? Now, if you look to your left or right, you'll say that they are something else. But did you know that you are spoiled rotten? See, because in the community, none of us have our own will. We have common unity. If the military live by rules and regulations, then guess what? We do too. But the rules and regulations is not too difficult or too hard. If they were too difficult and too hard, and I'm not coming down on Sister Heather back there, but if after she lived this glorious life for so long, and the devil tempted her, and she went out to the world, and then only to get beat the hell out of, to seek to come back, then how bad is it? She ain't the first person to do that. I had a brother up in New York. Same thing. Same thing. After this feast days, I got so many people beating down the door because they thought first they said, okay, they here, or they in the ministry somewhere. They thought, okay, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna pick this thing, I'm gonna be able to do my way. To see what y'all forgetting is that if any man put his hand to the plow, and if he turned back, he looked back. Somebody tell me what that word says. Somebody quote it. Y'all go to church. Yeah, he's not even fit for the kingdom of God.
But what's the plow?
The plow?
In the plow, Jesus and the kingdom?
There we go. What are we talking about all day long?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
You know,
because a plow could be an actual plow.
Concrete.
See, in this,
It's an analogy.
Exactly.
Because anybody that commits to Christ and wants to leave that is not worthy of the kingdom. So he can be the plow in and now that he's sent.
The plow is the work. It's the work.
Well,
I mean, so, okay, I'm pastored out, and I've been plowing in this field for all these years. See, we're agriculture people. We know what plowing is. We plow. All right, I've been in this field, planting, building, in this vineyard. And then one day I get a revelation. You know what? This is awful. Nah, man, forget this. I'm going back to the world. I'm going back to do my thing. The book says you're not even fit for his kingdom. You know why? Because you have tasted of the heavenly gift.
Okay.
Huh? And been a partaker of his divine power. I have healed too many people in Jesus' name. Delivered too many people in Jesus' name. Saw miracles in Yahshua's name. And you mean to tell me that I'm fit after I turned my back on that? 25 something years laboring in this yard? He said, man, you ain't fit for the kingdom.
Wow.
Brother, if I believe this, the kingdom is Christ.
But you're talking about works versus accepting Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior.
See, again, you're speaking in abstract. We're speaking concrete.
Right. It's very plain with the
To you it is. But what you're saying, my brother, no offense, no, I mean really, truly, with all of my heart. Nobody in here agrees with you. That's your own mind speaking. That has what you're saying has nothing to do with that book says. Out of the mouth of two or more witnesses, let every word be established. Who agrees?
Amen.
I'm talking about agree with him, what he said.
Oh, no.
So what I'm saying is there's some blindness, there's something spiritually going on. Am I making any sense?
Yes, you are.
Again, listen, saints, I'm not, what we're doing is dialogue, it's nothing personal. All right? Nothing personal. We just dialogue. All right, follow me? Because, I mean, think about it. The word says that the blind lead the blind, and what the both blind? They fall into the ditch. I'm not trying to get you into the ditch. I'm trying to pull you out of the ditch. But if you don't think you're in a ditch, how can I get you out of it? I've mentioned many ditches today. Now, I didn't say literal ditch, brother.
No, but you know what? You're right on so many fronts. I mean, you said something negatively about Christianity, but it's not Christianity that's negative. It's the preachers or the people who have gone outside of it and come up with their own philosophical views. So, and I agree with you on that. And a lot of things you don't allow this, and I commend you for that. But what the Bible says, you know, you go to the Old Testament sometimes and you say about the curses of the law. But Galatians 3 and 13 tells me Christ has redeemed me from the curses of the law.
Being what? Made a curse for us.
Right. So
and curses that everyone that hang up on the tree.
But if I accept him as my Lord and Savior, I think it's in Colossians says, every handwriting and ordinance that was against me was nailed to that cross. So I give him my messed up, jacked up life. He gives me the life of God because that's what he said.
Oh, Colossians 2:16. Can I answer this?
And John 10:10, yeah. He says the thief is here. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But he says, I'm here too. I come to give you life. Not religion, but life. And that's more abundant.
So let me ask you, has Christ given us life?
If we receive
No, I'm just talking about the ministry that I'm in. Has he given us life?
certainly.
All right, so watch this. Colossians 2:16 and 17.
Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of a holy day or of the new moon.
Which one?
There's a 14, Pastor.
2:24. Read 2:24.
Blot out 14.
2:14. Read that.
Blotted out the handwriting.
Stop. Somebody hold. If y'all can honor me and respect me, you don't have to put it up high. Can you hold your hand? Blotting out the what?
Handwriting.
And what?
The ordinances.
There was what?
That was against us.
And what?
Which was contrary to us.
And did what?
And took us out of the way.
Took it out of the way.
Took
And
it
did
out
what?
of the way and nailed it to the cross.
Nailed it to his tree. Handwriting, right? Now go to Exodus 31. Exodus 31. We roll. We roll. Because you know what you're getting ready to learn? There's a difference between a handwriting and a finger.
Okay.
Start verse 13.
Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, verily my Sabbath you shall keep, for it is the sign between me and you throughout your generations.
Flip on over. Flip on over. We got to go a little bit more. Let's roll over here. Is that it right there, verse 18? Read that.
And he gave unto Moses when he had made an end of communing.
Stop. Y'all gave unto Moses something, right? Read on.
And it came to an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai. 2 tables of testimony.
2 tables of what?
Testimony.
Testimonies of what?
Tables of stone.
What were they written with?
Written with the finger of God.
That wasn't blotted out. You know what was blotted out? A lot of people don't work for this. Well, people say, well, Pastor Dowell, you're under the law. I said, man, come on, think about this for a second. Am I a female? Are you sure? I think I'm not a female. Believe it or not. So guess what? Out of those 613 laws, there are laws that have to do with purification of a woman that don't apply to me.
Okay. Okay.
So therefore, I am not under that law.
Okay. Right.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
See, these people have used wordsmith and wordplay on y'all. But I'm not under that law. I don't fit that. That law is not even binding on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Y'all get it?
So, I mean, numerous debates for father-in-law. Of course, he's really straightforward, his own mind.
Okay.
The scripture, of course, you got to take your own mind out of scripture. You know, he keeps saying that, you know, something about the organization of obeying something from men that says that you have to walk a certain way, you can't do this, you can't do that, you have to shave. He says all those things are something that is just not followed. That's something he always tries to teach you. Like, that's stuff that you don't. I find it convinced him that, yeah, the commandments are definitely.
Oh, okay. I mean, really. The reason why he gives us this, the sole purpose gives us this is you leave out of this land, there's another people over there called the Canaanites. And when I'm writing these laws because these are what the Canaanites do. And this is what I don't want you to do. So that you'll be a holy and separated people. This is the purpose of this. Because they do this. You ever heard of pedophilia? You don't do it. Is that against you or for you? You follow me? You ever heard of incest? America said, man, they got laws in the state say that's legal now. You don't do it. This is what bestiality. It's legal in states here in America, but Moses, through the Most High, said, this is another sin that the Canaanites do. Don't do this. You are a holy people. You are supposed to be a light to the Gentiles. My people, to teach the nations. But instead of you teaching the nations are teaching you. That's how you ended up in slavery. Because you looked out and you desired that way and you forsook the Holy One of Israel. You're in slavery, you're clamoring to get out of it. When you get out of it, you go back in it again, only to come back and say, please deliver me again. You did it in the Mizraim captivity. You did it in the Babylonians, the Syrians, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, America, Islam, Islamic. Every time you've been in so many slaveries, you don't even know what freedom is. And you women, my sisters, who I love so much. I'm going to cut you with this one. This world don't have a lick of love for you. You go read that Apocrypha and read these books that was in the 1611. You see how beautiful our Israelites women are. And how the nations desired them and loved them. Hold what you get. I'm going to forget what I called. But go to Jeremiah 4, chapter 4, verse 30. Are y'all learning anything?
Yes.
Learn anything. And it ain't no big deal if we don't see eye to eye. We're going to labor. And keep on laboring. How about that?
Yeah.
You follow me? I'm not sitting up here with a club saying, damn it. I ain't got no heaven and hell put you in. You follow me? Just hopefully inspiration. Inspired. Look what Jeremiah says. Come on, read.
And when thou art spoiled.
When you're what?
Spoiled.
What does spoil mean? Anybody know what spoil means?
Going bad. Right.
Somebody said, oh, my baker said rotten. So when you are spoiled, look what the Bible said. Look what the prophet said, read.
What wilt thou do?
What are you going to do when you are spoiled? Watch, I'm going to tell you exactly the way you're going to behave, Israelite woman. Read.
Though thou clothest thyself with crimson,
Mm-hmm.
though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold,
Uh-huh.
though thou rentest thy face with painting,
You rent your face with paint.
in vain
In vain.
shalt thou make thyself fair.
You hear that? In vain, you making yourself fair.
Thy lovers,
Why? Because your what? Your lovers are going to what?
your lovers will despise thee.
We sit up here and make ourselves up only to get a bootlicker. We make ourselves up only for these two-legged dogs to be drawn. In vain. They're not judging you based on the content and character of your mind. They're looking at the way you can be appealing to them. Learn this from the way of the heathen, because you didn't learn from Israel. Can you imagine an Israelite woman going to a well and getting ready to go get some water in the desert? And she said, let me put on my Vanity Fair and Fashion Fair and my Maybelline before I get to the well. Again, we are an agricultural people. Agriculture. Farmers. We're not supposed to be out here stacked up like sardines, rubbing elbows with these heathens. We ain't supposed to be doing that. Every time these heathens come across an Israelite sister, they go, man, them people, look how beautiful them people are. Glory, God mercy. Even a Persian king. Vashti said, I ain't coming to let you sport me. King said, oh really? Here's the Bible said, man, let me tell you something, King. You don't do something about that woman, she going to embolden every man in the kingdom to dishonor and disrespect their husbands. That's what's going to happen. Our advice and our counsel, you put her away. And let God or the gods send you a better woman. Was Esther better? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. See, we learn all of this not because we've been feasting and praying, fasting and praying. We learn all this because we were feasting and praying. We know more about this world and its ways and our opinion and religion than we do about their book.
That's right.
We don't really know the ways of y'all.
We don't.
When he told us to learn not the ways of the heathen, you fell out of your mother's womb and we was already immersed in heathenism.
That's it.
Come here, bro, Juan. You're already immersed in heathenism. I'm just trying to appeal to you to just get into this word and watch how your life will change. Brother Juan, faithful Israelite right here. One purpose I'm here is so he can start a home fellowship.
That's right.
So that y'all can come together in unity. Because, man, you know what Jesus said in Matthew 10? Your greatest foes are going to be they of your own household. He said that. Get it, Matthew chapter 10. That's what he said. You know what my greatest foes were? They of my own household.
Yes.
I had allegations levied against me, had the FBI to show up at the church when I was just preaching in a basement. You know what the allegation was? I was sexually abusing my daughter in front of the pulpit. I said, you mean to tell me you people that damn retarded that you're going to follow up on some nonsense like that? And we record every message. Video. All because my aunt didn't like that her nephew started coming to church there. Lying on me. And there's my wife right there. How do you think that makes her feel? Isn't that amazing? Matthew 10, read, verse what? 34.
Think not that I have come to send peace on earth.
Jesus said, I'm going to repeat, Jesus said, think not that I come to send peace on earth.
I come not to send peace,
Brother Juan, I didn't come to send peace,
but a sword.
but a sword.
For I come not to set a man at variance.
I come not to set a man, come to set a man at variance.
Against his father.
Division against your father.
Against his daughter.
Against your daughter.
Her mother.
A man against his daughter. Is that right?
Against her mother, yep.
Read on.
Against her mother.
A daughter against her mother.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
And a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
And a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
So you think you're going to bypass that when you follow Jesus? You go join churches and everything else, and your whole family come along and singing Kumbaya, and everybody happy. But Jesus said, you're going to get a sword. Jesus said, man, don't you even think this. Did I come to send peace? No, man, I come to divide. I come to cut asunder. Read on.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
You hear that? He that loveth father, mother more than me, not worthy of me. Not worthy of me. When I started preaching to my dad, man, he started knocking me out, boy. Come on, we know who you are. Man, come on, I got some ham sandwiches in here for you. I said, I tell you what, old man, I love you, but you can go to hell. That's what the hell you can do. You know what happened? I was on leave at home. I drove down to my wife's parents' house, right? By the time I got back there, my dad's calling, telling me to get back up there. I went back up there. He's on his knees, on the floor, crying out to God, repenting of his sins. He ended up getting baptized, getting filled with the Holy Spirit. When he got baptized, it was something else. He got baptized, and as soon as he came out of that baptism pool, 58 years old, he ran through the whole entire church with water all over him. Praising y'all. My mom sat down and watched him, and she didn't think it was a real conversion. She said, I'm just going to see if you're going to go back to your own ways. You ain't going to last long. A little bit. He told you to keep on holding your breath in, woman, because you're going to die in that state waiting on me. She repented, get filled with the Holy Spirit. Started following the word. But he says, don't you think that I come to send peace on earth? I didn't come to send peace. I come to bring sword. I come to say that parents, a father against a son, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's own folks will be they of his own household. And he that loveth father and mother more than me, you ain't even worthy of me. Now that's cult talk. That's straight up cult talk right there. Jesus said, you better not put your mama and your daddy before me. You don't put nobody before me. Read it for yourself. That's cult talk. You think these people, they so really, see when the real Jesus preached, when the real Jesus is preached, you're going to find out that people hate him. But you lose your life, you'll find it. So I lost my life. That's why I talk the way I talk. Because my case is different than any other preacher you ever heard. Totally different. And not only is it different, but the lifestyle lines up with that word.
That's right. That's right.
I appreciate y'all brothers that actually volunteer. I had some more brothers volunteer. Said, Pastor, I'm an electrician by trade. When y'all get that tabernacle to the point to where you need electric work, give me a call. I'll be down. I was like, brother, woo, you don't understand how much I'm, brother, by that time, man. Man, is that such thing as retirement for preachers?
Nope.
Good God of mercy. Them blocks, man, that concrete work. Man, we're going to put down, we're going to put down over 105 yards of concrete. I don't know what that means. Good. You talking about, I do feel like I'm building pyramids. We're hoping that y'all will give his contact information. This is the first time him laying eyes on me. Is that right, brother? First time him laying eyes on me. And they have just showered us with nothing but blessings. I'm thinking about this is how they doing in Christian world. I'm like, man, what a blessing. Came late at night to meet us and greet us and bought us a nice big old bag of snacks. And of course, El Ruben, what's in it? Just taking care of us. I told my mom and dad, I said, you know, y'all had me, I respect and I honor you, but I don't love you more than the Creator. And I don't expect for you to be the same way. I expect, matter of fact, if you got to hate me in order to love y'all, you do it with all your heart. And forget about me. Just make sure you're right with him. Because guess who created your mom and daddy? Same one created you. And mom and daddy can't save you. Your wife can't save you. Your brother and sister can't save you. There's only one Lord, one faith, and one baptism, one Father, and one God that is in us all and through us all. Period. And he's the one we owe our allegiance to. Him and him alone. And that's why we live our life as such. See, we're serious about this thing. Thank you, Brother Juan.
Can you just clarify, if we talking in Yah Jesus or Jesus, are they separate or what? What are you saying?
I myself personally believe that Jesus Christ was God in the flesh. How about that? Yeah. Psalms 68 verse 4. Y'all write this stuff down. Write this stuff down. Isaiah, Yeshayahu, you ever heard of him before? The prophet Yeshayahu? Read Psalm 68 verse 4 real quick.
Sing unto God, singing praises to his name, extol him that riseth upon the heavens, by his name, Yah.
Now, the King James says got a J and it says Jah, but by Yah. Yah is a shortened form of Yah, or what people call Yahweh. All right? But Isaiah 9 verse 6. No, Isaiah 7:14. You all right? Down. You don't look old. You really? You don't look it, don't look. You don't look like an old white woman. Glory to the King. Look what the prophet Isaiah said about him. Again, we can labor with this thing all dang day long. Thomas, when he stuck his, when he said, you stick your hand in here, Thomas said, you my Lord, my God, I can live there and resurrect. That's what Thomas said. Anyway, Isaiah had a revelation. This is what he said in Isaiah 9:6. People are trying to twist it, warp it, distort it, body slam it, do everything they want. But the prophet said, Isaiah, no, 7:14. I got you all over the place, brother. You ain't gonna be schizophrenic by the time we get through. Watch lay hands on the medicine. Okay, come on, bro, read.
Therefore the Lord himself
All right, Yahweh himself shall give you a what?
a sign.
Give you a sign. What's going to be the sign?
Behold, a virgin shall conceive.
And do what?
And bear a son.
And bear what?
A son.
And shall what?
And shall call his name Emmanuel.
Stop right there for a second. And the virgin is going to conceive and bear a son. That's the sign. Shall call his name what?
Emmanuel.
Which what? Is that all it says?
Butter and honey shall.
Matthew 1:23. Because remember, line upon line, precept on precept. Always read in context. I'm giving you the straight verses, but let's go straight to the precept. All right? Matthew 1:23.
Behold, a virgin shall be with child.
And that's New Testament sounds just like he quoted the prophet in the Old Testament, don't it? Read on.
And shall bring forth a son.
Oh, come on.
And they shall call his name Emmanuel.
They're going to call his son Emmanuel. That's the sign. Don't that sound just like the prophet? Read on.
Which being interpreted.
Which being interpreted.
Is God with us.
God with who?
Us.
By us.
With us.
Inside us.
With us.
Beside us.
With us.
In the sky.
All of that.
Oh, with us. You get it?
Yeah.
Now go over here to Isaiah 9:6. That's why, see, I'm giving you just straight verses, but you need to know the context. It's up to you to do the studying here. Be like the Bereans. Y'all heard about that, right? Because your pastors ain't Bereans. They went to a school to get dumbed down and come and teach you a bunch of fairy tales. Mm-hmm. Isaiah 9:6, read.
For unto us a child is born.
Prophecy. For unto us a child is born, prophecy. And it ain't talking about Israel. It's talking about Israel, but not Israel like everybody else trying to deceive you with it. I learned one thing, the people that believe like that don't even have the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Read on. For unto us a child is born.
Unto us a son.
A son is given.
Is given.
And what?
And the government shall be upon his shoulders.
And who? So the government is going to be on the son's shoulders, yes or no?
Yes.
The subject is son, yes or no?
Yes.
Son, right?
Yep.
Read on.
And his name shall be called Wonderful.
So the son name is going to be called what?
Wonderful.
He's going to have a name that's called Wonderful. What else?
Counselor.
That son's also going to be a counselor? What else?
The mighty God.
The mighty who?
God.
That son also going to be what?
The mighty God.
The mighty God. What else?
The everlasting Father.
The everlasting Father.
Yep.
And what else?
The Prince of Peace.
The Prince of Peace. Game over.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Jesus said, clearly. He says, y'all ready for this?
Yup.
You reject him, you reject the Father. And you ain't got no salvation from that point on. Over in John the 14th chapter, y'all been in Christianity so long, y'all know these verses better than I do. John 14. Do we get to the next question? If y'all got some, and then if not, then we'll what time is it? To me, it's like 1 o'clock. What time? What? Tell us time. Tell our time while we having fun. John the 1st chapter. Read first verse. John 14. Verse 1.
Let not your heart be troubled.
All right, so anybody's heart is in their trouble, don't let it be troubled anymore. Read on.
You believe in God.
If you believe in God, Jesus said, do what?
Believe also in me.
You will also believe in me. Read on.
In my Father's house.
Or what?
Many mansions.
You ain't getting no mansion if you make it there. He said in his Father's house of many mansions.
Yep.
But he also said this.
If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place.
So you're going to get a place if you make it. Not a mansion. You're getting a place in the mansion. So whether you like it or not, you still won't be on community. You think you're getting a cat on 1,000 hills. You're getting a place in a mansion. Now complain about that. I mean the alternative. Read.
And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you.
Did he go away? He's preparing a place then.
Hallelujah.
Why? Because the New Jerusalem is coming down out of heaven. That's what it says. Come on.
That where I am,
That where you what?
and where he is,
There you may what?
there ye may be also.
Read.
And whither I go ye know, and the way you know. Thomas said unto him, Lord,
Thomas said.
we know not whither thou goest.
Man, what are you talking about, Jesus? We don't know where you're going, and we don't what?
And how can we know the way?
So how we gonna know the way?
Jesus said unto him,
What did he say?
I am the way,
Uh-huh.
the truth,
Uh-huh.
and the life.
Uh-huh.
No man cometh unto the Father,
Uh-huh.
but by me.
Sound like you're different. Don't it? Read on.
If ye had known me,
Jesus said, if you had known me,
ye should have known my Father also.
you should have known my Father also.
And from henceforth ye know him,
Know who?
the Father,
And?
and have seen him.
Oh. Okay. So, I'm a little slow, like the next one. Man, it went over my head.
Philip said unto the
What
Lord,
did Philip say?
show us the Father,
And what?
and it sufficeth us.
Man, you saw the Father, man, we'll be satisfied.
Jesus said unto him,
What did Jesus say?
have I been so long time with you,
You mean to tell me I've been all this time with you,
and yet hast thou not known me?
and you don't know me, Philip? You asking me to show you the Father, and you mean to tell me I've been here all this time with you, and you don't know me? Read on.
He that have seen me,
Have what?
have seen the Father.
Oh. Oh, okay. Read on. How sayest thou then, show us the Father? Isn't that right?
Yep.
You need more powerful glasses.
Show us. Father, and how said thou then, show us the Father?
You can tell we grieve each other, can't you?
Believest thou not that
That's
I
good.
am?
Y'all got it, right? All right, good. Any more questions about anything? Somebody was going to ask questions about communion. They took off on the drum brain. Are y'all hot? This morning. This morning? If y'all hot, I must be on fire. Read on. Read on. Say on.
Let's go back in Matthew 10:34, a man's foes, right?
Yeah.
Where he mentioned the man's foes. Why he never said a man's wife?
A man's wife, because the man is the head of the house. He's the one that leads. When he sent out the disciples, he didn't send 2 women out to go do the job. He sent 2 men out to go do the job. He sent the disciples out 2 by 2 to go off into these highways, these byways, and these hedges. There was murderers, rapers, robbers on those roads. You ever notice that not one woman was a prophet? But there was a woman that was a prophetess. There's a difference. You get it? Is that right? Hey, come on. Look.
We didn't talk about Agabus had 2 daughters that prophesied.
Yeah, I didn't say they couldn't prophesy. I said they are not prophets. Men are prophets. That's what, see, y'all have to learn how to listen. And women are prophetess if they have been called to them. You get it? Y'all get it? Y'all get it? I mean, there was a woman, there was a prophetess. No, there was a judge. And she was sitting on the hill. And they said, hey, there's a war out there. And she said, okay, good, y'all go fight it. I'm sitting right here on this tree. There were women back then, they knew what to do. Now women today are becoming airborne rangers.
I was just going to ask if a prophetess or a prophet is just like a vessel to be used by God, to be accessible upon need for God to give like a personal word for like a congregation, or if it's more of a future type prediction of an event or something like that.
All right, I'll give you a good question, my brother. I know that y'all been, everybody's a prophet, and prophetess or prophet in Christianity, everybody. Well, everybody is. But can we just stick with the book for a moment? Can we go back to the book? All right? If you notice, Jeremiah was prophesying to Israel during the Babylonian captivity, even before they went in it. He's speaking to the nation. Is that right?
Yeah.
David, when he turned around and he decided he was going to commit adultery with Bathsheba, Nathaniel was the first one that showed up after a period of time and checked him and reproved him to his face. And said, you are the man. So in other words, these prophets they are highly in the affairs of Israel. Not a congregation, a nation. Israel. Am I making any sense? When these prophets were prophets, you had prophets for Judah, prophets for Israel, and then you had prophets that will come and check you and see you. You know Saul, you remember King Saul, right? Huh? He had Samuel that was set up and checked him. Is that right? And Samuel and Saul grieved Samuel so much that he said, man, I only want to gouge my face. What can I do if y'all reject you? You trying to toy around and play around with him? He was so reprobate that even after Samuel was dead, Samuel was a warrior too. You know what he did? Took a sword and ran a king through the gut. He said, didn't I tell you to kill everything? But Saul had other plans. You know, we keep the best thing because we can feed him. I told El Ruba, I said, if that was me, I said there wouldn't have been one cockroach, one ant, one flea mite, or nothing. Y'all told me to go destroy ugly everything. There would have been nothing there that would have had life, not even a blade of grass. Come on. That's how zealous I am for serving y'all.
Right.
That's how zealous I am. The more I learn, the more we do. The more we go. Because it's always been nothing but a blessing. Nothing but a blessing. My wife obeys me.
Hallelujah.
Is that a grieving thing for you to obey me? Who's the head of the house? Me, you or I? Y'all hear that? I'm the head. Do I do what you say or you do what I say?
I do what you. That's right.
No. Isn't that amazing? Hey, that's why it should take her a long time to count how many calls she got. Because, you know, I mean, right now, I'm 51 years old, but people tell me I don't look 51. But the Bible says if a woman is good to her husband, long days, long life will she add unto him. A good woman. But a wicked ass woman, she's trying to plant a man in that grave. The book said that in Proverbs, she would do him good all the days of her life. Why? Man, she gets money to go plant a field, buy a field. She got people that desire to wait on her. When she wakes up, all the household calls her blessed. People come to the community, oh, they want to see Pastor Dowell, but the sisters want to go see Sister Karen. Yes, ma'am.
I noticed the roles have changed. I admire that so much. We're trying to bring that back, especially the mothers, because they teach us. But I noticed that women think that it's a weakness for men to be the head, but that's the way it's designed. Almost like putting the head at the top and the feet at the top and the head at the bottom. And it's just really sad because our generation of black women, no offense to anybody in here, but they're not living like God designed it. Abraham was called, Sarah called him Lord.
Say it again.
And it's just amazing how I admire that. That's what I love about them.
Yeah, I mean, now,
They don't respect us black women today. I mean, these days.
if you are daughters of Sarah, why are you scared to call your husband Lord? Why don't I have no confidence in him? Because he's beat out here better. You pick him. And if he's all that, what are you?
Say it. That's what they need to know.
Because my wife brings strength to me.
Come on.
Matter of fact, she helped me even be more of a man.
That's right.
I believe it.
That's right.
And I promise you, I'm 100% USDA grade A man.
Yeah.
Bona fide. Battlefield warrior tested. That's to my wife. Was that 1 Peter 3? I said, what does it say?
Likewise, why?
Wives' instructions to wives. Because your husband, if they following me as I follow Christ, you have no idea how much your husband loves you. If they're following me, because to follow me, you gotta be a man.
That's right.
You ain't have no sugar and sweetness in you. I'm telling you straight up. We deal. I hate to say this. I'm gonna say this to my shame. But I had a man a few years ago during a feast day, Feast of Pentecost. One that would beat on his wife. Yeah, beat on her, literally. I'm talking about haymaker beat on her head, hit the table, lose short-term memory. His ass is not working, and she is the one that's making $100,000 a year bringing the bread home.
True.
Am I telling the truth?
Yep.
He got a spirit on him one day.
Yep.
Day of Pentecost. That day, I didn't say nothing to my wife or my children. I wore my boots to church. I usually wear what?
Flip-flops.
Flip-flops and gyms. I got to the top of the hill. He was sitting right there waiting on me. Guess what? I get out. My wife goes, oh boy. He gets out. He's sitting up there at me. I said, hey brother, how you doing? He said, all right, I'm doing all right. He says, hey man, I got something I want to talk to you about, Pastor. I said, what is it? Man, you've been looking at my wife's hair. I said, man, you out of your mind? Yeah, man, you've been looking at my wife. I said, brother, tell you what, I'm going to go in here and feed the sheep. But we need to stop this nonsense. No, nigga, we're going to have it out here right now. That's what we're going to do. I said, oh, okay, good. I said, I tell you what, I'm going to go in there and feed y'all sheep. We got a back 40 back there. We'll open up that gate, and I'll tell everybody, you better not even think about coming through this no matter what happens. And we can dance all day long. But it ain't going to take all day long. No, nigga, we don't. By the time here comes an old man, Elder Bill and Brother Victor, I'm walking in, they get me in the radio room. Is that right? I'm hearing him still talking all this smack about what he gonna do and all this other stuff. I told Brother Victor and Elder Bill, I said, man, I'm good. All things good, man. Go ahead and preach. Oh, okay, good, man. I took off around that corner, went down that walkway, and he come around, bang! Popped him right in his head, put a big old knot upside his head. He turns around, tried to come at me on my side. He just had back surgery. I'm tenacious. I want to hurt you. Don't let me know you got a weakness. I'm subject to be beat, but I'm telling you what, I'm going to end you for a while. I started to come down on a down low on his back like this, and Elder Rufus threw me down the hill. You keep saying you didn't throw me down the hill. And he was preserving him because I was going to destroy his back. There was no mercy from that point on. Man, what the hell you mean I'm looking at your white hair when all our women wear head coverings? Is that, am I telling the truth? That's how sad it is. That's sad, man. I'm a pastor. But don't think for one moment, we don't teach the way the Christian world do. We're warriors. Just like the book says, God made my hands for war. Y'all see my video that I just recently made? Run is the best option in a fight. You can run. Really. Especially if you don't know what you're doing, you can run. And run fast too. Really, that don't make you no coward. Huh? Better a live dog than a dead lion. But if you can't run, you better know something. You better know something. I'm not worried about next because I don't fight fair. I don't. I'll take a knife and cut your throat and your eyes, ears, and everything, and I'll fight you until my teeth touch. I mean, if you can be more violent than I can, more power to you. Anyway, wives, let's get on this instruction right here. Wives, this is your instruction right here to your husband. To you and your husband. Read.
Be in subjection to your own husband.
Not everybody else's husband, but to your own husband. Come on.
That if any obey not.
If they don't obey the word, look how you can win.
They also may, without the word,
Without you doing a bunch of preaching and teaching and hook 'em aside and everything else and prophesying. But they without the word may what?
Be won by the conversation.
Your lifestyle, the way you carry yourself. Your meekness, your humility.
Come on.
Read on.
While they behold your chaste conversation.
Then what?
Coupled with fear.
Man, you a praying woman and you meet these conditions right here, man, don't worry about it. Y'all get him. Y'all will whip him and tie him up. But if you the opposite of this and that man's a God-fearing man, you in trouble. You in some serious trouble. Because this feminist society right here is going to taught y'all how to be men. That's why y'all buck up so much. You ain't going to buck up against me. I'm telling you that right now. You buck up against me, and I'm going to get your husband for allowing you to be like that. That pastor, man, if I'm talking wrong, somebody tell me.
You ain't.
Because you need to teach yourself and your children these principles right here.
Preach.
And this is what's being taken away from us.
Preach.
Preach.
Yes.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You ain't got to be no Billy Bad butt. You don't. Just know how to use a gun.
Hallelujah.
Or a knife. And you know the best way to win a fight, man? You're a little small man right there. The best way is be dirty. Ain't no referee. Be dirty as you can. Be like a Wolverine. You ain't going to hell. I promise you ain't. Y'all gonna say, well done. You should have got some more. I mean, think about this. Y'all people don't understand it, but did not Jesus' disciples carry swords?
Yes, they did.
You ever see Louis Farrakhan and bodyguards?
Yep.
Boy, they armed and ready. And when they ain't armed and ready, guess what they're ready for? Huh? Hand-to-hand combat. They train.
They are.
We train. We teach people combatives, knife fighting, jiu-jitsu, all kind of holes, shooting, everything. Disarming, weapon disarming, the whole 9 yards. Why? Because it's building up an army? No! Never again. I ain't going into slavery. I'll never go into slavery.
Hallelujah.
Ever. I'll go to the kingdom before I go to slavery.
Hallelujah.
Don't the Jews say never again? Why can't we say never again? Now, am I saying let's go out here and get a coalition and go start a war? No, I'm not saying that. But we ain't dwelling in no fear. That community is perfectly protected and guarded while I'm gone. By men and women. You may be more afraid about women. They're a little bit more vicious.
True.
Didn't ask her husband tell her let them what he say, because they had already had put the stamp and he could not do it. He said, y'all arm yourself for
That's
battle.
right.
That's right.
See, Christianity is armed. Make it passive, 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 clean my yeah, okay. When you judge by his book. In other words, just keep yourself ready. Don't ever go out there looking. Don't ever let nobody sit up there and try to destroy you or your family.
Thank you.
Hallelujah. But look how the wife can do. If she can carry herself in a certain way, man, her husband will fear. Come to God. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. If you're a man, you listening to me, woman, you got the best man for you in this earth.
Hallelujah. Right.
But they straight up men. If you don't believe we straight up men, next time we open up some training and stuff, come down there and we'll get some mat time. We'll go at it. I'm 51 years old. I'll go at it with you a few rounds. Let's see what you got. I'm willing to test that boat. Sister Carol just had to rub on me the next 3-4 weeks, but I'm willing to test that boat. She don't want to be in bondage. This is the way you need to start thinking, man. If you get this tenacious in the word to get this truth down there, and get the more so with the protection of your family. Because in case you don't see it, this world is going to start raising mad. These people crazy as hell out here. I looked at a video the other day on YouTube where they were just pulled up to a stoplight, drug out this old woman and beat her. Jacked her purse, YouTube is crazy too. And I said, you know what? If that old woman was trained well and had a 38 right here, that one gun could have stopped them 3 men. One gun stopped 3 men. All right, one more question. No more questions. Oh, yes, ma'am. You're Brother Juan's wife? I am. Bless you, sister. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Why is she beautiful?
Yes, sir.
My daughter is bless you, beautiful. Look at this. Come up here for a second. Come on around here for a second. Oh, come on up here. Look at this, man. Why wouldn't anybody want to look at bro, man? Look at this beautiful Israelite. Come on. Right, stand right here. Right there. Gee, man. Look at this beautiful dog. What's wrong with modesty? Now, you know, people in this world is scared to death of a woman looking like this. But if you look like a whore, wearing them jeans all beat up and everything up, in my day, boy, they'd call you poor and talk about you and everything else. Wearing bras, shaking your behind. They accept that now, but they scared to death of something like this. Beautiful household, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful household.
Thank you.
Thank you for loving my brother, your hood. You forgot your question. That's beautiful. I'm going to ask you, what's wrong with modesty? Nothing. This is the way our Israelite women, I'm telling you, this way they look. Yes, ma'am. Question?
What does the Bible say about holidays versus feast days?
Holidays versus feast days. Number one, the Bible ain't got nothing to say about holidays. It warns you against the ways of the heathen. But it has instructions explicit. I mean, all throughout the book for feast days. You know, instead of you keeping Christmas, Easter Sunday, Valentine's Day, Halloween, birthdays, and all this old other junk and mess, they ain't even in the book. Are you following me? How about you put more diligence in being obedient to God and keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Pentecost, Feast of First Fruits, Passover, Feast of Trumpets, Day of Atonement,
Tabernacle.
Day of Tabernacle. You don't believe how beautiful those feast days are. And all y'all got to do is go to my website, type in Feast of whatever with Straitway. You're going to be like, hey, those people having a Mardi Gras? What the world are they doing? Man, now there's such a time down there. And boy, we drink plenty of wine. We don't drink grape juice.
Heck no.
Somebody breakfast table. We bring some Merlot.
Are you going to be sober, man?
Yes, ma'am. We are too. Look how sober I've been today. Huh? We make merry, but we don't get drunk as a skunk. It's the only place on earth you can go where 400 people didn't have, well, 500 people they can sit around fellowship and drink and not one argument, not one fight.
Nope.
Then you got a couple people that don't live on the land part of the community. They may have a little small disagreement, but guess who broke up the last little small disagreement over the word?
Amen.
Over the word. An 18-year-old boy.
Mm.
He went to a 40-year-old and a 24-year-old and said, look here, brothers. They were so ashamed that this 18-year-old boy reproved them. And all that they were doing was just disagreeing about a Bible verse. Isn't that beautiful? I know Christianity told you, man, you can't drink it to sin where Jesus turned water into wine, but he turned to grape juice, right? Boy, y'all are real nowadays. Now, hey, if you don't want to drink, don't drink. But don't say to condemn me because I do. Because to me, I don't care if you don't like it, I'm still going to drink. See you in the kingdom. I'll be there. I promise you I'm going to be there because I'm running every day hard as I can for my life. But I do have a newsletter. Hey, myself, a newsletter on Straitway. If y'all would just go to the website, it has a plethora of knowledge and wisdom up there. It is so much. You know what? This life is so much a life of peace and contentment and happiness. The devil is lying to y'all. I love my sister. Sister Heather, I love her. You know I do. You already know how I preach and teach. We for real. If you find something better than this, let me know. Let me know if somebody on this earth is more different than we are. You know the reason why? Because we'll come and follow them. We'll get with them. Oh, I got to think. Yes, sir. Last question.
What kind of testing or process do you put people through if they're coming into the community, you know, to be accepted or whatever?
Well, first of all, we don't really put nobody through. I mean, believe it or not, there are women that come to assembly all the time. Makeup, pants, jewelry, whatever it is, and nobody says a cross word to them. The sisters, they leave there not feeling condemned. Because that ain't the purpose of this. You understand what I mean? Purpose is being an example. You'll be sitting there fellowshipping with the sisters, and you won't even, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain because, I mean, we understand what the book says, but we don't condemn people. Does that make sense? I literally don't condemn people unless you choose to attack us, then I'll get in. You know the word. But they treat them just like their brothers and sisters. Now, the way I've learned over the years, I've been dealing with humanity for 25 years, all right? If there's anybody that's seeking to be a part of the community, first of all, there's a waiting list, anyway, a spiritual waiting list. You know what I mean? But what we do is we tell them to come down for a visit, all right? And we tell them, well, if you come for a visit, come for a few weeks. Because during that few weeks, you're going to see if you can cut it with us. How you get it? You're going to find a lot out about yourself. Oh, yeah. Because we're hard-working people. Oh, yeah, we work hard. And then we tell you to go away, go back home. And then what we do is, again, we may have you come down for another visit again. You're evaluating us, and we're evaluating you. And then one day, you may get a call to get to one of the communities. You know the reason why? Because we can discern if a brother got a whoremongering problem. You understand what I mean? Because in our community, usually, and it's just not that we have laws for this, we don't. It's unspoken. The brethren usually hang around all the brethren. And the sisters hang around all the sisters. There are sisters that live on the community, and I see them every day in the dining hall. And I may have not said one word to them in 6 months. I don't mean I don't love them. It's just we got things to do. Does that make sense? And so most of our sisters are there with the children, schooling the children and stuff. And the brothers out doing the work. The sisters preparing the food and doing other things the sisters do. I had one sister say, Pastor, then she started crying. Can I lay blocks? Why? I don't want to cook. I said, I'm sorry, sister, but here's what you're going to do. Cook? Yeah. It's a bad thing. That's what you're going to do. And guess what? This sister was barren and couldn't have children. Came to me one day, she said, I talked to my husband. He says, get Pastor to pray for you. I said, okay. I said, what's going on? She came to me, tears streaming down her face. And I'm talking out in the open field, right? I don't want to go back to the back room. Come on, sister, let's have some counseling session. She said, Pastor, we've been trying. I can't have babies. I said, it's simple. You know, you just do the man-woman thing. It's easy. No, it's just something like things like that. So I said, I'm lay hands on her, lay hands on her, pray for her. Basically, I did what man. Didn't even close my eyes, none of that stuff. I got 3 children. I'm like, we gonna stop. He's giving us a break. She got 3 of them now. Y'all know her too. You may not know her personally, but you know her because she's the host of our Sister Sisters broadcast. Sister Ashley. That's the other host right there, Sister Jennifer. If y'all will go to our Sister Sisters broadcast every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. For all you people out there, especially you people out there on the other side of the YouTube channel that think our sisters are dumb and just a bunch of robots, go on that channel. Call in that radio broadcast, they'll test your post real quick, fast, in a hurry. Our sisters are righteous. They're holy. Israel, all of y'all, I enjoyed this time up here with y'all. I really did. I appreciate y'all coming, I do. Man, y'all inspire me so much, man. Y'all pray enough if y'all want to. Y'all can either pray me away or pray me to come back. That's one of y'all. But I enjoyed being with y'all, man. Let's give y'all a hand praise, all right? It wasn't my intent to offend anyone in any way, shape, fashion, or form, but just to get the truth out. All right? Remember, I told you this word is going to cut. I'm going to play around. I just love you. You just don't have no idea how much I love you. But I do love you. I love you enough to tell you the truth. Yeah. At least all that I know on the truth. We build strong families and strong communities. And we're still moving. We're building more. That house is going to be finished there in South Carolina. And when we get done with that house, we'll build another house up here, this other 86 acres. And we're going to take some more money that y'all give, and we're going to buy some more land. You know what we're going to do? Build more homes and put Israelites on there. Can you imagine that after you have been set up here all your life in America, dream of a house, right? Can you imagine living on a community, and then all of a sudden, you live on a community, you're there 1 or 2 years, and then all of a sudden, when this house gets done, all of a sudden, myself or an elder walks up to you and say, here's the keys for you and your family. That's what we do with the money. Is that true, elder? That's what we do with the money. We just got finished building a home and giving it to a family. One is almost done. We'll do the same thing again. We're not saying this because, we want you to come move straightway. I don't want you straight. Y'all need to build where you're at. Build your own community. So you know who your neighbors are. See, our sisters, that little bitty precious baby right there, sometimes mom got to tend to them and dad's out working. And this baby has sometimes that's a full-time job. She ain't no break. So you know what she can do? She can say, sister, could you please watch your father? Just got finished feeding us up. Be glad to take him. Take him when he come back, man, either baby sleep or done threw up on him. Or something like that, you know what I mean? And they have that type of cohesion with each other. They have that type of cohesion with each other, the sisters and brothers. Elder Rufus is the head of the community again, down there in Georgia. He had to drive 5 hours to get to us, and then he drove there another 9 hours. Chauffeuring me. The only reason why he comes is he comes straight, he don't tell me, but he comes as a bodyguard. He said, where you going? Okay, go straight to the job. Because, the world crazy. Yeah. Anyway, Jesus had 12 armed guards around him all the time to carry swords. Farrakhan never got it down to a T. They do. But I appreciate each and every last one of you that's come. I really, truly do. Thank you, brothers, for the help, the labor of love. It's a joy seeing each and every last one of you. If you want to support the ministry, you can. All right? I prefer Federal Reserve notes in the mail. If it's over $200, put it in a 2-3 day envelope and send it. You know the reason why? Because, man, they be killing me on taxes. They be doing taxes. They be killing me on taxes. So, what do I do with the money? If I get enough, I buy land to buy communities to put more people on. I can't be in Georgia, so he has to be over the community in Georgia. And then he has brother down under here. I can't be in Kentucky. I can't be in 2 and 3 places at one time. We have a very beautiful family. We truly do. Come in, Mother Beasley. Mother Beasley heard me. How old was she when she first came to the ministry?
84.
84 years old. He was listening to me one day, and she stopped by and go, "What's that?" "That's truth." "Where he at?" And been following me ever since. Been in church all her life. All her life. 93 years of living, and it's got her the straight way. I was surprised when they said, your mother coming to the meeting too. Mom. You ain't slowing her down. All right, let us stand. Appreciate y'all. I ain't forgot about my water.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if y'all want to buy some water, anyway, y'all can only buy one pack, okay? Limited one pack. The rest of them mine. Boy, she got some stuff I told her you can take some. She's from Ohio. She's from Ohio. See, a lot of these, well, maybe a quarter of these people in this room is just part of the ministry in different places. If you're in a state and you're within an hour or two, you can have fellowship every single Sabbath. They usually watch the Shabbat service, then they spend the day together, fellowship with each other. Because iron do sharpen iron. That's the only way you're going to grow. You can't grow when it's just you, yourself, and your family. You need each other. Real people.
We thank you again for another opportunity to come and serve by the Spirit and the truth. We thank you for your word going forth. We thank you for eyes being open, ears being open, Father God, to hear your truth. And we just pray, Father God, that your word seeks deep down inside people here, Father God, those that you have chosen to receive your word, Father God. It brings about a performance. It brings about a motivation and an inspiration to go out and actually be doers of your word, Father God, and not just hearers of your word. So, Father, we give you and you alone all the glory, all the honor, and we praise you and worship you in spirit and truth. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. Hallelujah.
Hey, bless y'all. Y'all speed, okay? Lord to the King.